Baseball. Where do I begin? I've been playing baseball at the highest level since I was very young and have always loved it so much. It has taught me many things like discipline, urgency, and respect. I've learned discipline by showing up to practice every day. I've learned urgency by being on time and setting up the field early so that as my whole team got there, we could practice. Lastly, it taught me respect because you never know who is watching or who you're talking to. Respect everyone. Relationship management is huge when you want the whole team to respect your opinion and outlook. At a young age, I fell in love with pitching, but I was not too good, so I eventually taught myself how to pitch and realized not to be judgmental to myself or I would not improve. Self-awareness was huge for me, and I realized I needed to work hard to be where I wanted to be. This ended up giving me multiple opportunities later in high school, such as preferred walk-on opportunities at D1 schools and scholarships at D2 schools, which I did not end up doing because I knew I could not handle the time commitment. Late at night, after practices in high school, I would go do homework, then study multiple different YouTube videos of my favorite pitchers and the different pitches they threw. Another thing I would do is watch this MLB player's vlog named Trevor Bauer, where he would express what kind of maintenance his body needed to be a successful pitcher. Watching these helped in the sense of making being the best team seem more realistic. The next day at practice, I would work on all the different pitches I had learned the night prior, as well as stick to a strict routine and make sure my arm was as healthy as possible. This wasn't easy, but with a sense of self-awareness, aka knowing my limits, it was okay. This was not easy. I wanted to give up a lot, but my self-awareness was great, and I knew not to overwork myself. Over time, I had become very knowledgeable on not only pitching, but baseball as a whole. I eventually fell out of love with playing the sport, but not the sport in general. I love to help my fellow pitchers get their body right and learn new pitches. This eventually led to my high school pitching staff having the lowest ERA in the region, which was insane because year prior, we were the worst team in the region. Social awareness was massively important in this aspect because I didn't want to overwork my friends and I knew when it was okay to call it quits. Some of the stuff I taught was how to pitch to righty batters and lefty batters, depending on their bat swings. For example, a lefty that swings early, you go hard outside fastball in either a low slider or changeup. Getting the whole pitching staff to believe me was a little hard, but with relationship management and all my peers respecting me, it worked out just fine. Teaching yourself something of this measure sure isn't easy, but it's so rewarding being able to help people improve on their craft. Emotional intelligence is huge in becoming literate in anything because perfection takes time, and without knowing your limits, you will not get close to achieving your goals. The biggest subtopic for me was self-awareness because it tied into my story the most.